Certain men are not replaceable. You can either appreciate him while he's here or you can regret losing him whenever he's gone. A good man is not going to keep on repeating himself, baby. He's not going to keep on begging for appreciation or proving his worth to you. Eventually, he gets tired. He's going to get tired of giving without receiving. He'll get tired of loving without feeling valued. He'll get tired of feeling invisible inside of a relationship where he's pouring everything he has into it. And the craziest part is a lot of women don't realize what they have until the silence replaces the effort. Some men are rare, not because they're perfect, but because they're very intentional. They're loyal, they're protective, they're consistent, and they're genuine and trying. Don't wait until another woman comes along to appreciate your good man. Appreciate him while you have him.
Anyone else just so fed up with dating that you just want to fast forward to the good part? The part where you're already like happy and in love and secure and solid and you're taking trips together and the sex is amazing. I hate the like early stages of dating where you're like going on these dates and you're having to do all this like small talk and like, where are you from? What's your favorite color? Like ambiguity of it all. Like, what your favorite color is, Phil. Like, you're probably going to ghost me anyway. It's exhausting. It's so exhausting. I'm 32. I'm tired. I can't keep doing this. I don't have like any more talking stages left in me. I don't got that dog in me anymore.
A lot of modern women continue to say that men aren't putting forth effort. Yes, I am. I'm just not giving you the effort because you want some BS.
My mom was the dominant person in the house, so she wasn't able to be. But you women need to be taught self-worth. They need to be taught how to set boundaries. They need to be taught emotional intelligence. They need to be taught how to be soft but strong at the same time.
What does that bring into a relationship when the man is bringing those three qualities that I just mentioned? You're saying things that are kind of more like self-awareness.
No, because all of those things, when in a relationship, help that relationship to thrive.
Okay.
If I am emotionally intelligent, then I can calm you down when things need to be calmed down.
For sure.
If I'm submissive, whenever you're being the leader, I can learn, I know how to submit to you.
Okay.
Like there's things that a woman can be taught that then help the relationship.
Yeah.
I think it takes a strong man to be able to be open to a woman that has her own, that works on her own, that does her own things and doesn't necessarily need you.
And that is not catering to, you know, it's like when you have your own thing, you don't have time to make sure you're this, make sure, because you've got your own pathway.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is a difficult thing. I mean, I feel very blessed that, you know, my husband in his, before all of this, he had to be completely secure with all
yourself.
that was me.
Yeah.
How I thought, how I moved, how I, you know, and it's a rare thing.
Yeah. My mom, that's how my mom was. Like, my mom was very like, she taught me how to cut grass if I needed to. If I need to change like a tire, like she made me so independent. Like if I'm coming in a relationship, sir, I don't need you. You're just a plus to me.
Yeah.
And I kind of, when I tell my brother, I'm like, you want a woman that is also ambitious because you don't want to be with somebody that's not driven, that is not going to push you to be better. Because when you're slacking, you need somebody to tap you on the butt. Like, hey, you got to get up and come on.
I say a relationship is like a basketball team.
It is.
It's like everybody's got to be able to shoot, dribble, score, and defend. Everybody.
Yeah.
It's like you wouldn't pick your team and be like, I only dribble.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, because you never know what life is going to have before you. You know, it's like you want a partner that is bringing what you're bringing to the table because life happens.
Yes.
Somebody could get sick.
Somebody
could. Life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
Men have started going their own direction and quit fixing the mistakes and the foolishness. And some of the stuff is not even a mistake. It's just you doing whatever you want to do and expecting a man to save you. And when I, as a man, have stopped doing that, my life has gotten a lot better.
This is a clip from Mia Khalifa, and this clip is going viral.
Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone, But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go.
Why should even anybody react to that video? You're talking about a porn star who goes around and marriage after marriage after marriage. In that world, what is the basis? What is the standards?
People want to know, what are we leaving in 2025?
Easy. We're leaving behind who think they could cuff you up and still want you to work.
What?
Hell no. I didn't sit over here and find you and you telling you claiming you got the money. Why the do I gotta work? You need to leave. Bake on me. Like I clean the house. I could do this and that and the third. All you gotta do is provide. Like it's all I'm asking. No, we're leaving that behind.
And here we go. Well, honestly and truly, most of these modern women want to get their hearts broken by Chad and Tyrone. For the rest of us who actually want to improve on ourselves, we're going to go somewhere else and do that. And that's what today's sponsor, Anson Belt and Buckle, helps you to do.
Women say they're happy without a man because they can't get a man, they can't keep a man. Those are the women talking about stuff. Oh yeah, I'm 50, I don't need no man, I'm happy, I've never been so happy in my life. It's because you can't get a man or you can't keep a man, sis. That's why. So, and the other women hyping her up, oh yeah, women are happier now. You know how happy we are with our dogs? You know how happy we are with no responsibility and no man, trying to touch us and talk to us? It sounds, I'm sorry, but it sounds. If men walked around and said, you know how happy we are, bro, without women trying to touch us and love up on us and be up in our face, bro, I've never been happier. That's so that is literally. So, for y'all to sit up here and to talk about how happy you are without having a male touch, without having a male in your house, talking about, oh, we decenter, man. This girl's so male-centered. She's so male-centered. We're supposed to be male and female centered. Y'all do know that's how all of us got here, right? We got here because people was hunching. We didn't get here because people had pets. I'm sorry. Y'all are getting on my nerves with this. Like, y'all are so annoying.
This is how you know women see you as a masculine man. This is one of the hottest attributes a man can have. Hi, my name's Jenna Nicole Williams, and I know what women want, generally speaking. This trait comes from a man who sets the tone. He sets the pace, he initiates plans, and this creates feminine openness because women want a man who knows where he's going. This is a man who leads interactions and he doesn't control them. Leadership is not dominance. Leadership is direction. This can come from a man who listens more than he speaks. His presence is grounded and confident, and sometimes some of the quietest men are the ones who lead the room. This creates an environment where people can be themselves, including the feminine. I make videos like this every single day. Comment and let me know if I missed anything.
A lot of these modern women like to comment on a man's masculinity. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Well, I believe a man should be this, and this, right? But I think the problem is a lot of these modern women really don't have a concept of what a man is. You can have an opinion, but the unfortunate thing for a lot of these modern women is their opinion is wrong. Their opinion of what a man is and what a man should be is wrong. That's not actually how a man works. That's not actually how masculinity works. They don't know that. They're just talking about what they read in some book somewhere.
The amount of guys over the age of 40 that say they don't have time for the gym has got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, because you avoiding the gym is not giving you more time. It's actually giving you less time. You're cutting your life short, dude. And not only that, but you're making the time that you have on Earth way less fruitful. You're doing a disservice to yourself, your kids, your family, and anybody in your life that really depends on you in any fashion. My grandpa's 87 and he hasn't missed a 5 a.m. workout in over 60 years. And it's not like he had more time. He was working 70 hours a week running a dentist office and had 3 kids. He just made the time for it. If that means you get a little bit less sleep, it's worth it. If it really mattered to you, if your family, your life, yourself, and everything in your life really mattered to you, you would make time for it. If you're gonna make some dumb excuse saying that you don't have time, at least be real and just say you don't care.
This lovely little psychopath right here, her name is Bryn Spetcher, and what she did is she smoked a joint and then she stabbed her boyfriend 108 times. course, you may be thinking to yourself, well, she's going to get some jail time. No, she did not. She got 2 years probation and like 100 hours of community service. Easy work. And this lovely little psychopath, his name is James Kilroy. He also smoked a joint, entered a marijuana-induced psychosis, beat his girlfriend, strangled her girlfriend, and then stabbed her to death. One is facing a lifetime in prison, and the other one has to do 100 hours of community service. Can we spot the difference? A lot of people that have tried to argue with me over the years about the equality within the justice system for men and women, feminists specifically, surprise, surprise. And the reality is that there is no equality. In fact, 63% longer prison sentences are handed out for men for the exact same crime that women produce. But the study also found that women are twice as likely to avoid prison sentences for the exact same crimes that men are spending 63% longer in jail for. And it's very common throughout all trials, especially women who are like mothers that murder their children and then say, oh, I had postpartum depression. Women are always using mental health as that type of scapegoat, but we never offer that type of understanding to men who commit the exact same crimes. When a woman commits a crime, we're looking for trauma. We're looking for a reason. When a man commits a crime, it's just validating our already toxic expectations of men. Do you see the difference?
You know, I don't have any problem with couple channel content or whatever, do your thing. What I don't like about couple channel content is when they insult my intelligence. Like, if you're going to make a fake video, at least, like, respect your audience enough to make the video look believable. How is it that you guys are a couple channel that does pranks all the time? You have the phone set up in the dashboard of your car, and you're pranking your partner. You're expecting me to believe that your partner can't see the big camera in their face. And what's crazy is sometimes they're not even using a phone camera to where you can have like plausible deniability to where like maybe they have it right here on like the dashboard for like GPS or something. No, they have a whole A6000 Sony camera on their dashboard. You expect me to believe that they don't see the camera, like you're pretending that you cheated on them? Like, you can make the videos, so just make them believable. Set the camera up, so like get a GoPro, maybe get like a behind angle, so maybe all we can see is like the back of y'all, and y'all are talking like this. Is it like in the back of the car like this? So like maybe they don't see it because they're not turning around to see the camera. But you expect me to believe that the camera's set up right here in the corner of the car? Hey babe, like I cheated on you, bro. Like I'm sorry. Like are we serious? Don't insult my intelligence. Make the fake videos at least look real. You know what I mean?
One of my guy friends gave me permission to make a Hinge account for him. I was telling him how easy dating is with dating apps, and he was telling me that it's incredibly difficult. And I was like, Pete, you must be doing something wrong. And he gave me permission to create an account for him and just run the account. I've been a virtual boy for 3 days, and I've never felt this bad about myself. I feel like a freaking loser trying to get these girls to like me. And I'm starting to hate women. He's about a 6. But I'm so desperate, I'm liking the 2s and the 3s, and even they won't like me back, Pete, which is a 6. What level of delusion has entered women's heads? Like, what is going on? It is so difficult dating as a boy. I hate it. I'm on day 3 of being a boy, and I hate women, and I'm more depressed than ever.
That's what these men have been trying to tell you. Even the 2s and 3s think that they deserve somebody like Brad Pitt, and they've done nothing. They have done nothing. They're not planning on doing anything to get this. They just say, oh, well, it's me that I bring to the table. Foolishness.
If every time your woman comes to you with the concern that she has with you, and you dismiss that concern, and you invalidate her thoughts, you invalidate her feelings, you invalidate her experience, you invalidate her concerns, you are slowly pushing her away, and eventually you are going to lose her. Don't forget, she's experiencing you. Okay? The side of you that you don't see, the side of you that everyone else doesn't see, she's experiencing you. The way you communicate with her more than likely may be different from the way you communicate with other people. The type of connection you have with her may be different from the connection you have with other people. Don't forget, she's seeing you from an objective standpoint. So instead of you invalidating her, maybe you should sit up and listen to her. Instead of you believing that you're Mr. Perfect and you're Mr. Always Right, you may want to listen to her and see what it is that you can fix before you end up losing that woman and you end up not having a chance to fix that relationship.
I'm a woman, so you're telling me something that I'm telling you is not true. I look at myself as an alpha female. The reason I'm not bigger, I'm not stronger. Lord knows I can't wait till an alpha male comes in my life and takes over.
I'm an alpha female because I am the head of my household. So how a man would be a head of his household and run things, I have to do that until a man comes in and does that. Yes, I am an alpha. The bills are paid by me. My kids are taken care of by me. I run everything that goes on in my life and my children's life to a T. Nothing does not move unless it moves through me.
I really have a bone to pick with men because I'm trying to set my brother up on dates, right? And I made a dating profile for him. I did. Shut up. I did. Because, you know, he's a gorgeous man and he needs to be set up with someone so that I can have a fun sister-in-law, right? Like, I need another friend. And I need her to be good because she's going to be part of our lives, right? So I need to, whatever. And I made him a dating app. And all these girls, like, are gorgeous, beautiful girls online. And so I swipe right on them and they swipe right on him. And he won't message any of them. And he's just like, oh, they're not my type. And I'm like, they're my type, though. They're my type. Like, this is a family affair. And just talk to them. And, like, these are, like, well-educated, gorgeous, fit girls who look like they have fun personalities. He won't message a single one of them.
Absolutely goes to show what women find attractive in each other is different than what men find attractive in women. And that is why this plan will never work. Honestly, the only smidgen of chance that this could work is if that sister actually listened to her brother and to then be able to filter out the women that are on this dating app that he would be interested in without judging his preferences. Because we know there's a double standard where women can talk about their dating preferences all day long, but a man, if he starts to talk about his dating preferences, he's usually ashamed. So yeah, the sister is probably not going to get the pick that she wants, right? Because it's his life, and she would need to put that aside if she actually wants to help her brother.
A lot of these women go on dates not even because they hungry, because they got drinking problems. You dig what I'm saying? I said something. Okay. Look. She going on a date for the Don Julio. So you gotta find spots that don't have bars if you want to date on a budget. On first date, you're not sure that you like this woman. I advise places like Chipotle, bad bitches like Chipotle, okay? Or if you're in Atlanta, soul food spots. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of those spots don't have bars and you can get some good food. But you gotta avoid the spots that got that bar because a lot of these women are just coming to run your bag up and so they can get drunk and then go out. They're using you as a pregame to go see that they really cracking. So don't fall for that.
So I'm giving up on this female generation. I got a girl's number last night. I texted her today, like a gentleman. Today was nice to meet you. She said, which one are you? Weird thing to say. I'm the one that got your number outside of the bar last night. She said, I gave my number to about 10 dudes. My sister in Christ. You don't say that, you weirdo. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, I was the black one. She said, oh, how was I? I got defensive. I said, the is that supposed to mean? She goes, well, usually I'm just not into black dudes. I said, well, last night you were. I rode the lie. She said, what's your Instagram? So I blocked her.
Ignoring women will always work out in your favor. Listen, most guys think that ignoring her is playing games. It's not. It's about energy. When you detach, you stop chasing, and she will instantly feel that, especially because you're not seeking validation from her, right? And that makes her want to draw back closer to you. Always works every single time. And you know what's crazy about that? The less you care, the more she starts to. Every single time, I promise you guys. I've been with countless dates, endless women, and every time I was more invested than she was, every single time, it always backfired, or always worked against me, right? Especially early on when you're younger. But as I grew older, as I got more mature, I realized psychology. I realized you cannot put all your focus into her validation, to her approval. You need to fall back. Attraction isn't built through words, right? It's built through energy. When you stop texting back fast, when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop overreacting emotionally, you shift from needing her to choosing yourself. That's real power.
How the do men feel like chasing a woman is the right way to go? Do you know what chasing is? Like, what chasing is?
No, tell me.
Chasing is you running up behind someone who is running the away.
Why are you running? Right.
So why do you think it is okay for you to chase women when we're actually like good on you? That's very much so weird behavior. Stop chasing me. Oh, the men, they just love to chase. You love to harass. Because that's what you're doing. You're in my DMs every day. You calling my phone, you texting me, you pulling up, or whatever the case may be. Oh, it's the chase, it's the thrill. No, it's weird. Stop chasing me.
The fifth wave of feminism is here, and it's going to change the world as we know it. My prediction, this is going to be a counter movement to the fourth wave, where women start embracing their femininity instead of tearing down masculinity. Cool, women have joined men in the workforce, but now they've realized that they've lost sight of the things that actually make them strong women, like their warmth, their love, and their ability to nurture the people in their lives. They're realizing that they're now in debt to liberation and hookup culture. It ruined them. And now they're realizing that competing with men resulted in no fulfillment whatsoever. They just serve their male boss instead of the man in their home. All for what? 12 weeks of paid maternity leave? Yeah, you could keep that. Feminism destroyed the traditional family and the natural dynamics between men and women. And now women are waking up. We're going to see a fifth wave. And the women that lead it will be the ones that recognize masculinity maintains society, while femininity maintains life. Welcome to the fifth wave, my guys.
My dad said it seems like young men don't want to get married anymore, and I wanted to ask the internet why that might be. Like, I definitely have ideas of why it might be, but I'd rather hear from real people. It's also interesting that it coincides with that statistic that's been thrown around a lot lately, which is that 40% of women of marriageable age are going to be single by the year 2030. And what's interesting is it's by choice. Like, we're all choosing not to do this anymore. And I know that for a lot of women, myself included, there's a lot of hesitancy because we've been hurt and we're afraid. So I'm curious, what is it from the male perspective? Or do you think all of this is just like a consequence of the culture we live in now with like hookup culture and the internet? I don't know. Let me know what I should tell my dad, thanks.
So height matters?
Yeah.
But guys can't change how tall they are.
I mean, y'all always expect us to be short.
I don't judge people based on stuff they can't change, because that's just wrong.
No, I agree. I completely agree
cool.
with that statement.
So when you say height matters, you're judging based on something they can't change. Okay. So the point of this interview
But that's a preference.
is your preference is invalid because you can't change it. They
no,
could be
invalid.
Yeah.
That's an invalid preference.
Why? But I can't change it.
Opinion.
I can't change
that's
it.
my
Hey,
preference.
she's a 3 and she's a 2. I'm just being real.
Well, you know what?
I'm just being real. I'm being real.
It's just like
This is the story of the day that I left my husband.
So today I decided that I'm going to let my husband free.
Story time about why I decided to leave my ex-husband.
Walk with me for 1 minute so I can divorce my husband. When I first told my ex-husband that I wanted a divorce,
I remember when I was getting divorced.
My husband and I have been separated for over a year now.
But getting divorced is actually something, at a young age, is actually something that I view as one of the greatest blessings.
I got divorced 6 months ago.
Hands down, favorite part about being divorced?
Whenever I post about my divorce, I knew my marriage was over long before it ended.
I get divorced in 30 minutes.
I am getting a divorce.
I just wanted to rip off the band-aid.
I divorced a man that I know I will still love until the day that I
regret getting married.
You enter a relationship with me and you tell me you got male friends. I'm thinking to myself, okay, he ain't never come into my home. He can't call or text you after 6, and if he got a job, he don't get off till 5. So that's a done deal. He's never coming to no gatherings that's for me. You ain't never going to go meet him nowhere and chill with him. So you start to say to yourself, this is not really a friend, because it ain't. It ain't. Yeah. That man been studying you now for 10 years. You met him at 20. You 31 years old. He been studying you. You done told him everything you don't like about the other guys, so he knows exactly what mask to put on when he deal with you.
If his wife or whatever did cheat and he wanted to take the responsibility of raising that kid, that is a high value man to me.
He had no choice. Remember,
You always have a choice. You always have a choice.
You were held down and things happen to you.
You know what?
Right?
No.
You always have a choice.
Noble, right?
Yeah.
Do you have high standards in men?
Yeah.
What kind of guy do you want?
I want a man that can teach me things.
Okay. You want a man that makes more money than you?
Yep.
It doesn't matter. I would hope so.
Stronger than you?
Yeah.
You said teach you things, so more competent than you?
Yeah.
Okay. More status than you?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Stop the cap. You in theater. Either way, you want a guy that's better than you in most metrics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How about you be noble and go date the homeless guy downstairs?
I could. That's not a problem. I could build him up.
Hold on. But why don't you do it though? What's your mom?
I don't have the time right now to do that.
Cool, and I don't have time to raise kids that aren't mine. Hey.
That's a choice, exactly.
I'm tired of this shit because women will sit there and shame you for having standards and certain parameters on female behavior, but you guys will never take that same stupid nobility that y'all talk about. A woman will say, be noble, raise a kid that's not yours, but you ain't dating no homeless guy.
And that's why men and women are different, like you said.
You're not helping out these weirdos that are schizophrenic, that are weirdos that need to get. You're not helping out these school shooters that don't get laid. You're not helping out these motherfuckers out here that literally are virgins at 30 years old. You're not being noble and giving them some female attention, but you expect me to sit there and give my provisioning, my security, and all my capabilities that I work my to some bitch that wants to be a hoe?
Honestly, this is one of the best ways to describe submission in marriage.
I don't submit to no man. I don't let no man tell me what to do. See, the enemy is trying to convince us that submission in the home is inferiority. But this was never about your value as women. This was simply about order and function. Imagine you and your husband, you're driving to your destination, and both of you have a steering wheel, both of you have brakes, and both of you have an accelerator. It's gonna end in a crash. The creator of the car was not trying to oppress the passenger by saying, I'm gonna take the steering wheel away from you. There can only be one person sitting behind the steering wheel. The creator of the car just knows how is the car going to get to the destination. There has to be someone sitting in the driver's seat. God said, I'm gonna put husbands in the driver's seat of the house. But see, my role in the passenger seat is to help him. Do you need some water? Do you need me to turn up the music? Do you need help with the navigation? I'm not just sitting there looking pretty. I am helping us get to the destination. We can destroy our husbands with just our words and our tongue, always questioning his decisions. Oh, took the wrong turn again. If I was sitting in the driver's seat, whoa, we're not sitting in the driver's seat. And we're not going to constantly bicker and criticize his leadership. Our husbands have enough attack from the enemy in this world. The last thing he needs from us as wives is for us to also be a voice of attack. But as a woman of God, I am going to lift up my husband, support my husband. I'm going to honor my husband, speak well of my husband. I'm going to build him up so that we can get to the destination that God has assigned him. Both people need to sit in their seats and do their roles.
Marriage is always about teamwork. Have you found the one who will choose connection with you and also chooses to work as a team?
This is going to be really niche, and not a lot of people are going to understand me. But when men get money, they can get whoever they want. I'm a female business owner. I've had my own business for 4.5 years. And at the peak of my career, I was still getting cheated on, still being treated badly. And now I'm about to start my second and third businesses, and I'm still getting cheated on. So as women, if we continue our education and try to get better and grow, we don't really get anything out of it. So if your plan is to get money and get married, just get the money and stay single. Just stay single forever, honestly. We don't need rich husbands. We are the rich husband.
My girlfriend told me her body count. I didn't ask. Her body count is 62 at 25. Can't stop thinking about this. Your relationship's over. Guys, don't share your body count numbers. 62, she's been busy. She's had a good time. Good on her. With where you're at, brother, and it sounds like you probably haven't had much experience in this field, and it's going to constantly plague your thoughts, you're probably better off just ending the relationship and then finding someone who you don't know what their body count is and you like them and you can just start fresh. Unless you're going to be working for years to try to forget this, and you probably will never forget it, and it'll always plague you. She's done irreparable damage. This is engraved in your mind now, so probably not waste your time, just end it. But hey, you're number 63, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Y'all can cancel me. If you don't like it, you can unfollow me. But every time the conversation about immodesty get brought up, you women use the same scapegoat. Oh, men should have more self-control. Men shouldn't lust. As if that really justifies what y'all be doing. It's really not about modesty. It's really about perversion. If a grown man walked into the grocery store with no shirt on, hard as a rock, meat swinging from aisle to aisle, he would be arrested for a decent exposure. Everybody in the grocery store would be acting so shocked that he would do such a thing. Yet you hoes go to every place, the school, the grocery store, to the church, with y'all breast showing, with y'all butt out, with y'all print showing, and you have no shame. You're perverted. You're beyond immodest. If you don't understand that being sexy and the root word of sexy is, you don't understand that you shouldn't be having sex and being sexualized around children, around old people, and it is a time and a place for that, you're perverted. And you're not doing this because you think it's cute anymore. You're doing this because something inside of you wants to pervert men, to corrupt men, to turn children. This is what's wrong with immodesty. The perversion of it all.
Men here don't necessarily approach you. So I feel like, I don't know if men are shy or like they just don't, have enough.
They think they the
confident. They the prize.
They think they the catch. It's too sassy. It's too sassy for me. That's what it is. Yeah. Why don't men pursue? Why don't they take the initiative? Why don't they take the lead?
Well, first things first, there are some men out here who actually read their word. They know their Bible. Let's start there. But also, why is it that the men who are confident, men who aren't thirsty, who aren't beating down your DMs, who easily walk away from your BS, who walk with their chest up and their head up, men who move like is not their first priority, men who don't indulge in your main character syndrome and makes you the center of his world when y'all cross paths on a random Friday, why do they automatically get branded by women as men who think they're the prize? Men who have character, discipline, moral, self-control, and ambition, he goes to great lengths to protect that focus and energy. But even more to the point, he knows he's not like most other men. Because if we're going by girl math, by what you ladies say, there aren't a lot of good men out here. In fact, we religiously hear you ask where the real men at nowadays. So if good men are rare, and that rare man enters the room not moving like the generic man, what does that make him? It makes him different, special, a rarity. But you won't see that man calling himself the prize. That word only has life because we get called that on social media. And to be honest, it comes off as though our sisters love celebrating confidence, self-awareness. They love celebrating knowing your value and self-assuredness, unless it's being worn by a black man.
Men can carry responsibility without turning that into their identity. But women have a hard time separating the two. Let me give you an example. A lot of women say, I wouldn't be in my masculine energy if that man had handled his responsibilities. Now, a lot of men will hear that and they don't hear it as effort. Because men aren't offended by the work. They are confused by the framing. They are confused by this identity talk that comes up when women do their responsibilities. When men do things that are traditionally feminine, right? They just do them. So if a man starts cooking, taking care of the kids, scheduling doctor's appointments, doing the everyday things, that man is not gonna be like, doing those things made me feminine. And if ever that man started talking like that, I promise you he's not going to expect people to clap for it, because he would expect the world to tell him, yo, get yourself together. So when men hear things like, I had to become masculine, what those men are actually hearing is, yo, pressure changed who I am. And that's the part that absolutely doesn't make sense to men. Because in their mind, how can handling responsibility cause you to see yourself differently? How does that rename you? Responsibility doesn't make you an entirely different person. It just means something needed to get done and you did it. That's it. So this really isn't about who worked harder. It's about what responsibility is allowed to mean once responsibility starts changing how somebody sees themselves.
And you have to understand that when you ask about where all the good men are, a lot of these men are quiet. They're right in front of you. They didn't disappear. They just quiet. I'm selective. I'm less willing to throw myself into another situation that looks and that feels unserious. You look and you feel unserious. This whole thing that we got going on looks and feels unserious. It looks like you playing around. You about to play with my money, about to play with my time. Some of these brothers got kids and you about to play with my kids. And if you start doing that, you might have a problem.